Hello everyone, welcome to OBS not working properly, hold on. And also another Friday and another casual champion review with Lissandra. This isn't really one I've been looking forward to like Lilia or was dreading like with Katarina. I'm kind of indifferent on Lissandra gameplay wise. I'm excited to talk about her character, but playing her, she's not really that engaging, I find. You know what's really engaging though? Fan art section. This might be a bit of a tangent, but I feel like I am unable to express how grateful I am for this silly little thing you guys do every week. Like it genuinely just makes me so happy. I probably would not have continued this series if not for it. You guys do basically taking part in it with me. It's amazing. There's some great Lissandra ones in here too. So it's wonderful. Thank you so much, fellas. We'll be fighting Hawaii, which I've not fought in a while. In fact, I don't really play much League of Legends anymore in general. I was looking at my match history, and I basically have not played any League of Legends outside of casual champion review for like the past month and a half. Work has absorbed me, Swarm had absorbed me, and now I'm in the box TFT bootcamp thing. I don't know how I got in the first place. I mean, I know I was peer pressured to apply when I was on stream and everyone in the chat was like, oh, just apply for it. Okay. And then I filled out the application and just said, tell us something about yourself. And I typed, I don't know what I'm doing. And that got me in somehow. Anyway, but this is a whole series of weird tangents. Back to Lissandra. I feel like more people know about Lissandra's lore comparatively than other champions, probably because she is just that interesting of a character, despite how uninteresting she is gameplay-wise. So Lissandra was born some 10,000 years ago in the Old Freljord alongside her sisters, Cyrilda and Avarosa, which we kind of know in spirit. Ashe is the descendant of Avarosa, and Sejuani is the descendant of Cyrilda. And I think, in fact, there's a part in Lissandra's bio where it says Cyrilda was bristling at something. That has to be intentional, right? But each of these three sisters, in their pursuit of power over the Freljord, would lose a part of themselves. Cyrilda lost her voice, Avarosa lost her hearing, and Lissandra was blinded by, I'm pretty sure, is Volibear. So apart, they couldn't do much, but together they were unstoppable. Lissandra was also special in that she had telepathic powers. If you ever seen that SpongeBob episode where he starts walking to other people's dreams, Lissandra could kind of basically do that. But it was nice because it was a different way for her to see because she's actually blind. But all these dreams were clouded in this weird darkness, this looming threat that there was something about to destroy the whole world, these sentient beings. Speaking of darkness, there's a nocturne down here somewhere. At least I thought there. Oh my goodness gracious. And so she was able to interact with these sentient beings through her dreaming powers. These watchers, as they are known, as we know, I don't know if that's their actual name or not, probably just named by Lissandra or something. But she realized that these watchers were set to destroy all of Runeterra, and supposedly, from her dreams, from her viewing their minds, that it was inevitable. No matter what, the world was going to be destroyed. And so they pose Lissandra a deal, realizing this fear, and they say, hey, help us arrive in the material world. Help us actually destroy Runeterra, and we'll spare you. But not just spare you, we'll give you powers, and we'll make you immortal. I don't know if that's ever been explained, how the Watchers can even do that. They weren't even aware that they existed until a few years prior, but then they could just grant people immortality or something. I don't know. Anyway, Lissandra takes the deal. She's like, hell yes. And so the Watchers and Lissandra, they shake hands like, okay, now you will be our herald. She's basically become the Silver Surfer to Galactus. And so Lissandra, Avarosa, Cyrilda, and her most loyal followers are granted powers. They become the very first Iceborn. But unfortunately, her sisters were not all that excited about welcoming the apocalypse instead of trying to fight it back. And so they tried to appeal to Lissandra's better nature, and eventually they sort of won her over, where she's trying to delay the Watchers coming back, but still knows she can't stop them. And eventually the Watchers do actually break free into the mortal world, and it's made pretty clear to everybody that she has betrayed everybody and let these things through the veil. And Lissandra has a bit of a moment of reflection, like, oh no, wait, I didn't know they were going to actually destroy the world. I better stop this. These Watchers are going to kill everybody I care about. So she uses all of her power to sap the life force out of everything around her, including her sisters, killing them in the process to create a massive glacier to supposedly kill them, but they're not killed. They're just hibernating, they're slumbering, entombed in dark ice. You rat. The more I thought about it, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this because I don't really know the references. It's basically like the Dragon Ball Spirit Bomb if all the participants were unwilling. And so now these watchers are stuck in this frozen glacier. I don't know if you can explain that they're managing to obtain Lissandra's dreaming power. So they are now infecting her dreams and the dreams of the other people in the Freljord and tainting the true ice around them. So now Lissandra is convicted more than ever that she has to stop the watchers for as long as she can. She still believes that their return to the mortal realm and destruction of Runeterra is inevitable, but she's going to do everything she can to halt it from happening. But because she doesn't want to be blamed for it all, she starts going around and scrubbing her name from history books. Any possible reference she could have had to this event is wiped from history. She creates the fanatical cult, the Frost Guard, which we've seen a lot in multiple Legend of Runeterra cards and in Song of Nunu. And then she starts inciting political violence among the people of the Freljord, the descendants of Avarosa and Cyrilda. We get Ash and Sejuani again, like I said. And she starts kidnapping Iceborn to use their powers, entombing them, much the same as she did with the Watchers, to use their dreams to keep them at bay for as long as possible. Like this, except without the death part usually. The reason I find Lissandra quite interesting in that fact is because it gives off the impression that you're supposed to sympathize with her, right? That she's doing everything in her power to stop the Watchers from arriving into the physical world. So much so, she is destroying her own homeland. She sacrificed her own sisters. She's living out an immortal life to try and stall something that she knows she can't stop on her own. And absolutely correct, that would make for pretty, this was horrible timing. And I think you'd be correct that that would make for a very sympathetic hero. But she caused the whole thing. Like, the entire event is all her fault. It's not some accidental thing where she sees the Watchers in her dreams. Oh no, I gotta stop this. She sees the Watchers in her dream, power hungry as she is, and thinks, oh yeah, I can benefit from this. Like, oh yeah, the whole world will burn, but at least I'll be alive. You know what? I'll save my sisters too, because I care about them. Rat! Technically, she does make her own sacrifices, but most of her sacrifices are sacrificing other people. She sacrificed her followers, she sacrificed her sisters, she's sacrificing the life of the modern people of the Iceborn. She sacrificed her own new followers, the Frost Guard, setting them to death traps and just saying like, okay, just go feed the Watchers or something, I don't know. Killing, stealing, kidnapping, she's inciting violence, creating political discourse in the Freljord. If you question her motives, you die. And of course, the whole thing where she just backpedaled on everything. So yes, I'm gonna bring about the apocalypse. Actually, you know what? Maybe it was not in my best interest to destroy the world. That's not a hero. A hero doesn't do that. But the reason that it works is because she is so convinced that she is the hero. She has completely convinced herself that what she is doing is just, that the world would die without her. She is the savior of Runeterra. She even uses the word Messiah in Song of Nunu. She's referencing Nunu because he's got, you know, Heart of the Blue powers. She views herself as the self-appointed savior of the Freljord to defend the world from chaos. And that's terrifying, but very intriguing. It adds layers to her character and makes her not an anti-hero. She's more like an anti-villain. Yes, I am ripping that straight from Skyen. But because of that, she also makes for a really great antagonist. I was really happy to see her used in Song of Nunu, and that they didn't just pull some random, actually, the Watchers are the final boss. Which, as much as I love the Watchers and I love the Void, you gotta save those for a more massive lore event or the MMO or something, because they're more of a final boss for all of Runeterra. Lissandra is easily the final boss of the Freljord. In hindsight, that was probably a bad idea. Never mind, it was a great idea. Run, little rabbit! Oh, run, little rabbit! Holy moly, we're experts. I don't think I've played this character in like 4 years. That kind of goes to show just how easy and straightforward she is. The thing I love about her being terrifying is because she looks terrifying. The giant horned helmet covering her eyes, the spiky shoulders, the dark blue and black color scheme, the tainted ice. She's moving using ice instead of walking, like she can't even be bothered to walk around using her legs. It gives off this kind of unnerving presence. Like, she doesn't look quite human. I really love the helmet, not just because it is a very striking appearance, the two giant horns. Oh dear. Oh, I'm sorry, Kagi. Covering up her eyes, not just to symbolize that she is blind. She has no need to use her eyes because they don't goddamn work. But also, by covering up someone's eyes, we lose that immediate human connection. There's a reason eye contact is such a prevalent thing in human society. Once we remove the eyes, suddenly looks completely inhuman. And that's great because she is supposed to be dehumanized in a way. Because she's not acting like a human should. A human should not sacrifice the lives of her entire people, pretend that they're the hero of the entire story while they're the ones that caused all the problems. Generally, what I mean, it just shows her lack of humanity. However, the boob window, man. I can't with this. It was all so good. Like, she looks like a giant statue, like a living embodiment of the old Freljord. And then they just gave her cleavage for no reason. And I feel like I have to do this song and dance every time because there's always a few people that get angry about this. But you can't have sexy characters, okay? It's totally fine. My problem is not so much that they exist, but more so that it's used for characters that doesn't make any sense. Oh no, my... Still got him, though. I win. Lissandra is supposed to be played dead serious. She is supposed to be this crazy, super imposing, super confident, powerful ice witch that is essentially bringing about the doom of Runeterra. Yeah, it's like, what's the point of the boob window? I don't get it. Only plausible answer could be that it's there just for fan service. It doesn't serve any kind of purpose to her design. In fact, I find it incredibly distracting, where it doesn't match any of the rest of her character, nor the rest of her outfit. It just feels like they did it because, oh no, we didn't make the character attractive enough. Cut a hole in her suit. Like, imagine if Swain was shirtless. I know a lot of people have imagined that already, but just for this example, if Swain was shirtless, that would completely undermine the point of his character because he's not about sex appeal. Although, you know, a lot of people find him attractive. He's not really about that. He's about being this powerful, stoic, old man leader character. He's supposed to be intimidating and scary, and when you put in random fan service, it loses all that fear factor. Again, there's plenty of characters that you could do fan service on that it will look perfectly natural in. But with Lissandra, it feels so completely unnatural that it is incredibly distracting. I think that saddens me even more a little bit because Song of Nunu had a great redesign with the Watcher helmet, like the pattern on her helmet, and her shoulders were even spikier, but made to look like they were actually forming into true ice. But they still kept the cleavage window. Why? Would people just not find her sexy without it? It feels wrong. It's like if you made a big marble statue and then just painted a giant red X in the center. Yeah, sure, I guess it's something artistic taste, but it's incredibly distracting, man. It would have been better without it. As for her gameplay, I guess Aurora was fun, but a lot of the Freljord mages are just very boring. But I think it's just because Lissandra is really straightforward. I think my main thing with Lissandra, why I don't really enjoy her gameplay too much, is because she is supposed to be like a final boss, you know? Oh, what if I had two Zanyas, you adults? Oh! I don't really think there's anything inherently wrong with Lissandra's gameplay. As a kid, like as just a champion in isolation, removed from who Lissandra is as a character, it's a mage that sacrificed range for more utility, so she's got a point-and-click stun, you can still QSS, but you can use on herself. She's got in-and-out mobility. She's got pseudo DPS, the Q's on a kind of low cooldown. It all blends together really well. She has a natural combo, not like some older mages that just feel so wonky to play half the time. But the thing is, it's not that it's not well designed. I just think for Lissandra, it could have been so much more. Because we've talked about how terrifying Lissandra is supposed to be. She is the final boss of the Freljord, and compared to other final bosses, I predicted the spell shield this time, you freak. Compared to other final boss champions like Aatrox, or I guess Swain's a bad example because he's really weak right now, but when Swain is good with his alt form, and Mordekaiser, and even Aurelion Sol, those are other boss level characters. And if you see an Aatrox sprinting at you, it is terrifying. If Mordekaiser's walking towards you, he is mortifying. These final boss characters are supposed to be scary because their kits invoke some presence of fear. And Lissandra, I guess she has a point-and-click stun, but so does Pantheon. To me, I really wish they would have made her more like a scaling champion, kind of like Aurelion Sol, because she has the aura, the presence of this very imposing, powerful character, but she doesn't feel that powerful. If I'm fighting mages mid lane, I'm bound to be more scared of Hui, because I know he can burst me in 1 nanosecond, or I'm going to be terrified of Veigar, which is silly, because Veigar you're not supposed to take seriously. He's not supposed to be a proper threat. That being said, I don't really know what I'd do if I had to rework Lissandra's kit. I think, again, it's a kit that's well designed, I just don't think it really fits her as a character. What the hell am I looking at? So I will say the two things I do like about her, again, is the ult, the fact that she actually entombs you, just like she does in the lore and she does to the Watchers, but also the frozen effigy, I guess. She kills you and takes your zombified corpse and explodes to other enemies. that's cool at least. But again, I don't know how you'd incorporate dreaming powers into League of Legends besides just making characters fall asleep like what Lilia and Zoe do. On the topic of her skins, though, she has quite a mixed bag. She has some really bad ones like Bloodstone and that other green one that I hate. But then she's got Space Screw with the lava lamp. She's got Porcelain, who's one of the only good Porcelain skins. She should have the legendary, baby. That would have been nice. So if I had to pick one skin that, not my favorite, but one that I find very interesting why it even exists is Dark Cosmic, because by that point there'd already been Dark Cosmic Jhin and Lux and Vladimir. It wasn't even a legendary. It just felt so redundant. The past few years, every time Lissandra's gotten a skin, it feels like it was supposed to be a legendary, and then they never gave her one. But I think that's going to do it for today's Casual Champion review. Our Aurora has disconnected as she would have been alive to help prevent the end. That does it for this week. So thank you for watching this week's Casual Champion review, fellas. I'll be streaming a lot this week doing the Box tournament thing, and I'll see you next week for Lucian, hopefully, all right? Goodbye.